Hi everyone, welcome to your March Alchemy Scope. So let's take a look and see what is the macrocycle, what is the narrative that is underpinning the energy set and the growth cycle for all of us, for the collective. So to do that, we look at the Sabian Symbol, and this month's new moon is also an annular solar eclipse. And it's happening at 8 degrees 12 minutes Pisces on the 26th of February 2017. At that point, the Sabian symbol is a jockey spurs his horse, intent on outdistancing his rivals. So if we look at the keynote for this particular symbol, we have intense mobilization of energy and skill in the drive for success in any social performance, affected by the competitive spirit. This is talking about every superfluous weight, every unnecessary consideration is to be dismissed in the one-pointed attempt to reach one's social goal. One of the key words for this symbol is self-quickening. So let's take a look. That's the energy for all of us. The collective is going through a self-quickening portal of evolution, okay? And again, the keynote for this symbol, intense mobilization of energy and skill in the drive for success in any social performance, affected by the competitive spirit. Okay, so let's take a look and see what is the specific narrative for your particular sign.
Hi, Capricorn. Capricorn, welcome to your March evolutionary story. What's the narrative of the unfolding, the maturation of you over the course of this Pisces new moon cycle? So as you can see, we have square and circle. Please tune into one of these two forms, which is the one that's most resonant. This is representing a branched path, a bifurcated path of the Capricorn egoic evolutionary story. Often, what's happening is these storylines are the same or similar, but nuanced. Sometimes they are two sides of the coin, same coin, but two sides. So a bit of a 180-degree story that's playing out. So please tune in to one. So it's either going to be a very different message or just a nuanced focus, okay, that's going to come forward. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and choose the Carolyn Mace Archetypal Growth Edge for this month ahead. What is calling for you to focus on it and mature it, grow it? So squares, Capricorn squares, March. And circles. Circles. Okay, so let's turn these over and see, take a peek, and then we'll talk about them. So we have companion for the circles and thief for the squares. So we'll go ahead and talk about these after we do the reveal, okay? All right. So Cap, if you need more time, please go ahead and put the video on pause. Otherwise, I'll do the reveal now. All right. So I will tell you, this is an interesting narrative that's coming forward for you this month, okay? So let's start with the squares. You can see the yellow bordered cards here. This is the Bral Talej deck from the community of Daminier in northern Italy. White bordered cards are my own Siri deck. People have asked if they're for sale. This is my own deck that I created many years ago as a communication tool with spirit. So there's only one of those. So let's go ahead and start with these. The center message. This is the Druidcraft Tarot, by the way. So we have an appreciation of what you do, a delight in the work that you're doing. And this is kind of nuanced with this story of you remembering contrast, difficulty, opposition inside yourself with alignment, your own dignity, inner dignity, contrast. You're remembering some inner contrast that you hold with regards to your work, okay? So this card is specifically talking about work that makes you joyful, work that you love falling into. You lose time in it. This is your bliss point. This is the work that brings you joy. So this month, what is the center message for you, squares? Remembering what brings you joy and what has been contrast to your aligned self. So a lot of you are in jobs that you don't thoroughly enjoy. And what's happening is, it's interesting because here you can see that thinking in your mental sector, you're going to be thinking about risk, courage, and risk. Too risky. Something's dangerous. It's risky. But you're grateful for the knowledge. So what I get from this is that there's knowledge that you've gleaned. There's things that you've researched. There's knowledge that you hold, wisdom that you hold as a teacher, okay? That you feel it's too risky for you to do that work because you might have a job that is paying the bills even though it's not what you love. And what I get here is that you're grateful for the knowledge that you have, but it might feel too risky. And I think it has to do with monetary benefit, monetary income. Now, unfortunately, for some of you, you're going to be feeling an ending to hope. So a bit of hopelessness when it comes to really diving in, pursuing a new journey with the work that you love, that which you love doing. So there's something that you hold. There's a wisdom that you carry as a teacher, as a healer, as a divinator, whatever it might be. But there is a sense, there's a narrative that's playing out with regards to some hopelessness kind of presenting itself because it's coming from your analytic mind that is really looking at, okay, it might be too risky. I'm thankful for it. I'm grateful for it. I love it, but it might be too risky, okay? If we look at the growth edge for you, you're receiving thief, okay? And thief is talking about evolving, stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or other powers you think you lack. Now, I want you to drink that in because it's an interesting growth edge. What wants to be evolved is shedding light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. You hold wealth. There is something here about, it's almost as if, Capricorn, if you are not in alignment with the work that you love, it is almost as if, or it could be construed as if, you're stealing money from perhaps your employer. Now, this doesn't make you a thief. This doesn't make you a real thief. But I want you to drink in the symbology of what this growth edge is, because it could be quite juicy. For some of you out there, you're going to understand what this is saying. Now, let's go on to the circles. Now, it's a different iteration for the circles. Now, similar to another sign, it's a bit of a 180 here. So it's like on one level, there's some hopelessness that may be coming forward. For the circles, we have the Ferret, which in the regular tarot is the Temperance card, okay? It's the Alchemist. This is about balancing aspects of life. This is about really creating the alchemic gold that you wish to create for yourself, okay? This is balance, dynamical balance. And look at this. In the center, we have woman and generating something new. So either you're the woman or there's a feminine quality within you that is birthing. This could be an intuitive work, you know, a new work that is quite intuitively or emotionally or compassionate based work that wants to grow. And for the circles, the center message is indeed that is coming to fruition. There's something, there's a balance playing out where this is getting activated. Okay? So look at here. In the spiritual sector for the circles, we have nature. This is talking about your own nature. In this case, this is talking about your own nature. This card also refers to nature herself. But here, there's an alignment to a particular tribe that is the spiritual narrative for you this month. Alignment to your true self with regards to the community of people you wish to connect with, be aligned with, okay? This could be a work community, all right? Here, down at the base, we have, I love this for you, by the way, not focus. So we have no focus, giving. So you have no focus on giving any energy to the unknown. So what this means is that here, there might be thoughts of too much fear. There's too much risk. Your mind is spinning into projecting, it's scary. It's too risky to go there. To go into the work that I love. I have to stay with the employer and the job that I have. Here at the base of the circles is no focus on giving energy to what I don't know. So there's no projection forward for the circles. There's an ability to relax into the unknown. It's like there's more of an ability to follow your bliss that I think is happening here. And indeed, up in the mental sector, your thoughts are going to be oriented toward being in a state of gratitude, and you're surrendering to the process. So there's a deep gratitude playing out for the new birth of woman, of the intuitive work that maybe wants to come forward. And by the way, there's a huge call in the world now for that pushing. So if you feel the call, you're part of the human evolutionary pushing process that's going on. So the intuitive is emerging, right? So here, you're thankful for it. By the way, do you see how thankfulness came up in both readings in the mental sector? So here, there's a thankfulness, but it's risky. You love it and appreciate it, but it's risky. Here, you're allowing it. Do you see the difference? That's the different nuance that happens in these readings. So here, in the emotional sector, we have, there's a clarity, emotional clarity that I think is in balance with your analytical thoughts. That's what I think here. In fact, I think very clearly that's what it is, especially because temperance is coming up, the Pharolit. Okay, so again, clear seeing emotionally. There's a clarity of emotional, intuitive knowing that is balanced with your thought, your mind. Okay, now let's take a look at the growth edge. You are receiving companion as the growth edge. So what are you to evolve this month? Companion. This is about moving beyond betrayal by misusing confidences, and look at this, a loss of personal identity. So it's about evolving out of a loss of personal identity. And it's about moving into loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. So there's something that is opening you up to collaborate, opening you up to cooperate with life, with people, with other. For you, it has to do too with some sort of a community. There's a like-minded community that's kind of playing into the picture for the circles, okay? Now, For both the squares and the circles, Capricorn, what I've done is the same that I've done for the last 2 years, is I've pulled your I Ching. So to find that narrative, to find the Dakini that I always pull up every month to bring forward your optimal embodiment, and to learn about the myriad of services I offer to help align you, create clarity, please go to your library, and you can find that at thealchemyofholism.com/library. Okay, Capricorn, I wish each and every one of you a flowing, smooth, least effort journey through both of these branches of your path. And I'll see you on the other side. Bye.